I went to see Dr. Stiles on a recommendation from one of my clients. She said her sister came to see Dr. Stiles, and she was very successful. She lost 35 pounds, and I thought, you know what, this is something that I need to do for myself. I've lost 40 pounds on Dr. Stiles' weight loss program. I've tried many things to lose weight for many years. I tried the Atkins, not once but twice. I went to a doctor about 15 years ago, and he put me on a medication to try to help me lose weight. And I did lose the weight, but it all came back. I think Dr. Stiles' group session was wonderful. When I heard hypnotherapy, I didn't know what to expect. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to be knocked out. Am I going to be able to drive home? But I found that all he did was suggest relaxation, and that relaxation allowed me to listen to what he had to say to me as far as what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat and how I should feel about myself. I am so thrilled that I came to see Dr. Stiles. I tell everyone that sits in my chair at work that they should go and see him as well if they have a problem with their weight. I'm a hairdresser, so I see a lot of people every day, and they all see me. I have said to people already, make sure that you go to see Dr. Stiles if you want to make sure that you remain on a program that will help you lose weight and help you feel healthier. It wasn't hard at all. I think back now, and I say to all of my clients that this is the way doctors and people have been telling us to eat all of our lives, but unfortunately we don't listen to that. It was only with the help of Dr. Stiles and with the suggestions that I got from listening to the audio tapes for 21 days that I was able to say to myself every day, if I eat it, I'm going to wear it. One of the things I told Dr. Stiles when I came for my visit was that I felt that my knees hurt, my back hurt, my ankles hurt, and obviously it was from carrying around an extra 55 pounds. By the way, I have at least another 15 pounds to go. But it makes a big difference on my joints. It makes me feel wonderful when I go out to walk for 2 miles a day. I'm not so tired out at the end of that 2-mile walk. I feel more refreshed. I feel like I can go another 2 miles. So it really makes me feel a lot better about myself, too. And this is how I looked with the first day that I came to see Dr. Stiles, and that was 2.5 months ago, and I think I look a lot better now. A client of mine who is a psychologist came to me 2 weeks ago and said, Karen, you look wonderful. What are you doing? And I said, I went to see Dr. Stiles, the hypnotherapist, remember? And she said, oh, yes, I do, but obviously I didn't go to see him yet, did I?
I'm looking at these files, and I remember the day that Josh and Amy came in to see me. I won't tell you what their weight was. They'll tell you what it was. But each of them has lost now about 50 pounds. Now, we do have a before and an after shot, and you can see that. But what's really pertinent is what they say about how easy it is to stay with this program and how they feel much better eating fruits and vegetables and whole grain products and white meat and eating much less of that heavy red meat and all the fats and the sugars and the carbohydrates and the starches. Listen to what they say. These folks, you know, they use their own words. I don't coach them in any way at all. And you're going to relate to this young couple. And oh, by the way, you're going to find out how this program brought them together as a husband and wife. So here they are. It's Josh and it's Amy Edge.
This is what we looked like not but 6 months ago. I've lost 50 pounds.
And I've lost 54 and a half. We have so many things that we tried in the past that were completely unsuccessful. Me more so than Josh. Herbalife, all kinds of diet pills, yeah, Atkins, Trim Spa, high protein, no carbs, all kinds of crash diets. Oh, patches. I tried patches too.
None of the things that I'd tried before had helped me.
We decided to see Dr. Stiles because my father works with a lady who had actually come to see Dr. Stiles previously and had tremendous success. So we figured we didn't have anything to lose. We were a little skeptical, of course, about being hypnotized. But we figured the only thing we had to lose was the weight. So that's why we decided, more so me, and then, of course, I talked my husband into coming to see Dr. Stiles.
Somewhat skeptical in the beginning to come to get hypnotized. I didn't think that it would work, and just had a lot of questions, but it definitely worked for me. Being in the clinic was a very relaxing experience, calming, soothing, a pleasant experience.
It was very not what I thought at all. I had always believed hypnotism was barking like a dog, quacking like a duck, those silly things that I guess the Hollywood types make up for you, and it's not like that at all. It's just very relaxing, very therapeutic, looking deep within yourself and seeing what you want to look like and how you want to feel, and that's how I felt the day that we were here. I don't know if you want to call it a program, whatever you want to call it. It's extremely easy. We were shocked the first month. I believe that we lost 18 pounds and 15 pounds, something like that, in the first month. And I couldn't believe how incredibly simple it was to change the way that we were. We ate red meat constantly, pizza constantly. Those were like our main staples, and now it's fruits and vegetables and turkey and chicken and things that I didn't even think that I liked. I found out that I actually do like broccoli, and I do eat shrimp now. So, I mean, things that I didn't think that I even liked, I eat now.
Enlightened our lives.
Yes,
most definitely.
Very much. We try to do everything together now, so everything was just a drastic change for us.
It's
just a dramatic change.
Closer together personally as a couple, and it gives us something to strive for with each other to attain a common goal for each other, not just ourselves. So it's helped us out in our relationship and in our marriage. I don't feel deprived of anything that I feel I ever wanted or needed before, because the way that I think in my head, I don't need those things anymore. So I go for the things that I know that are good for me instead of the things that were bad.
If you're thinking about do it, don't waste any time. Don't gain another pound, another inch. Come in, see Dr. Stiles. Get yourself fixed, even if you don't think you're broke.
Christine Paul is one of the finest ladies I've ever met. And she has a little bit of a sad story because, when a lot of us go through emotional upheaval, we tend to just lose sight of ourselves. True. You can have a death in the family or some other catastrophe happen. And when it happens, all of a sudden you just sort of lose control and you try to console with food. You ever do that? Well, listen to Christine. She has a wonderful message for you.
I've been battling my weight forever. And I had gotten to a point where actually my father had passed away. And I really didn't care what had happened to me or my body. And my mother, God love her, was always on me because she was worried I had very high blood pressure. I didn't look good. I didn't feel good. So one of my neighbors told me about Dr. Stiles. She had heard him on the radio, and with John Signer, as a matter of fact. And she said, "Why don't you go?" Well, she was actually, I use the word bugging me to go, and I really didn't think it would work for me. I'm a little bit of a strong-willed person, and I just didn't think it would work. So my mother, my neighbor had talked to my mother, my friend. She used to be my neighbor. She's my friend now. You talked to my mom, and my mother said, "I don't care what it costs. I want you to go." And I thought, well, what can I lose? I'll try it. And I will tell you, I was extremely, extremely skeptical when I walked in. I thought it would not work, but I was here for my mother. And Dr. Stiles, and also his receptionist, Pat, made me feel very, very comfortable. And when I came in, I didn't feel threatened, or I didn't feel like I was being snookered into anything. So I sat down, Dr. Stiles talked to me, and one thing led to another. And even while I was hypnotized, I felt that I could come out of it any time. So I was wondering if it was really working for me. My mind was working, and I was listening to Dr. Stiles all the time. And actually, I guess I had relaxed so that Dr. Stiles at one point said, "You're finished." And I thought, oh my goodness. So when I really woke up, per se, I felt so good. I just felt so good, and I felt that this would really work for me. And I told Dr. Stiles, I said, "You know what? I'm going to be your poster child." And that was a wishful thinking, and I was hoping that I wouldn't let him down. But when I went home, and then I was listening for the 21 days to Dr. Stiles' tape at night, and I also still carry, after 3 years, I've lost 51 pounds, but I still have the tapes in my car, and I listen to them periodically. I just slip them in, and while I'm driving, I listen to the nutrition tapes, the exercise. And it's been 3 years, and I have been able to keep the 51 pounds off. I still have my little treats every now and again, but not like I did before. I love my fish, chicken, fruits, vegetables. I just feel when I go into a store, I don't head towards the candy aisle. I don't head towards the chips and dip. I head towards the nutritious things. And like I say, it's not to say I don't eat a brownie every now and again or someone brings something into work, but I'm still on the straight and narrow, and that's after 3 years. And I still feel good about myself, and my health is very good. Just happy I found Dr. Stiles. Try it. Just try it. If you're dubious, just try it. I have a lot of people who feel that they're as strong-willed as I am and that it wouldn't work for them. I tell you it does.
I'm Ian Janosko. I'm a 22-year-old student and actor at Thiel College. For years I'd been trying to lose weight using fad diets and so-called miracle products. Because of being overweight, I was typecasted in roles for larger men, such as the Earl of Warwick in The Lark, Sheridan Whiteside in The Man Who Came to Dinner, and Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. As Tevye, I was at my highest weight of 250 pounds. I really wanted the upcoming lead in On the 20th Century, and knew I would never get the part at that weight. That was my motivation to visit Dr. Stiles' hypnotherapy clinic. Through him, I was able to learn what it would take to lose weight. And because of Dr. Stiles, I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. I got the lead role of Oscar Jaffe, and Dr. Stiles came to see the performance.